Okay. All right. I do know the stream is on. This is the first time I've started without an intro. I like to start with an intro because then in my head, I imagine somebody's actually watching by the time I start talking. But today I know that that's probably not the case. But we are live. We're going to call this episode 13. Last time I talked to you, probably an hour or so ago, I was trying to decide if I was going to do Neck Forest, Thundering Steppes, or Butcher Block. And I decided option D was the one I wanted to go with, which is I'd like to do the Ritz, the city of Freeport Ritz on the evil. Well, Freeport is evil. So I want to do the Ritz here. You can see I have 4 for the 4 main factions. And what are they? Houses? Of the 4 main factions, at least, in Freeport. So I picked 4 that happened to be in Neck Forest. So we're going to be looking for Mist Grinnins, Rumble Roots, Dusk Leapers, and Nereus Crabs. So we might as well go to the dock. Crabs are on the dock. We'll start there. We'll not need our mercenary for these, but we'll use the mercenary anyway if it helps kill something one swing sooner or whatever. Yeah, let's do it old school. Let's run on down to the docks. It's a ways off, but let's run on down to the docks. And we will take the dock bell. And am I going the wrong way? I am. Can I salvage this? I can salvage it. 1 turn saves the day. We'll use the dock bell right here. I see Familiar's Wild is back up. I didn't save the day. Here we go. This is the world bell. I will slow down my camera here. I don't want someone to have a seizure based on me flipping and flopping around. Okay, let's go to Neck Forest, which, as you noticed, already conned blue at level 22. All the crabs we could care to eat right here on the beach. Are these not them? Oh, Nereus crab here. I got a little concerned. Saw a crab and it didn't light up. They want 13. I never paid attention if these numbers change, if you drop it and pick it up and drop it, pick it up. If this quest will change from different numbers, like 12, maybe I need 11 one time or so on. I don't believe I've read that anywhere, so it's probably not accurate. Well, this beats trudging through Fallen Gate. I had one more of those witches, anguished witches, to kill. And so off stream, I ran back indoors into Fallen Gate. Turned in my Fallen Gate quest, which is why now we are sitting at 1,730 quests completed. All right, we need 3 more of these crabs, and we are good to go. And we're going to look for these Dusk Leapers. I do not believe Dusk Leapers are the spiders on the other half of this, but we'll just... Fiddler. Listen here, Fiddler on the roof. Isn't this bizarre? If I find this Flotsam over here, it gives me a chat with me, and it turns... Oh, for goodness sakes. All right, let's fly. There are spiders over here. I don't know if they're the leapers. I feel like they're not. But no, these are just fiddler crabs. Okay. Forest leapers, not dusk leapers. And so the leapers are just going to be the regular old spiders at the front end of the zone. We did finish a writ. We probably should, since this is called Puttin on the Ritz. Let's go ahead and celebrate.
You just finished to
We're done.
Oh yeah, raise your sword up in the air, claim your loot and take a rest.
I hope the game sound is loud enough. I did notice that the game sound can cover up my voice quite easily, so we're running it low unless we have dialogue. I'll watch the VOD later. If the VOD, the game sounds seem too quiet, I'll make the adjustment necessary. All right, looking for some spiders lighting up on the ground here. Forest leapers. I feel like they're on the other side of the river. I mean dusk. I need dusk. Dusk leapers. There's a blood shriller. Where's the dusky boys? I do appreciate being able to fly in these zones. If you've never watched one of my VODs before, if you haven't watched from the beginning, I can fly at level 22 because I'm a level 130 crafter. Well, the rumble roots are over here, but the dusk leaper should be on the ground, like close to this area. Feel free to type in chat if anybody happens to be watching. That's a shade spinner. That is not going to get it done. Right. They're white, so they are low level. That means they're not farther back in the zone. I'm just looking at the level of the quest over on the side. Web of aggression. There were some right up here, but these are not lighting up either. Shade spinners. And we'll try the other side, and then I will shade spinner still. Okay. You know, they're probably just farther up. I'm not going to look it up quite yet. I'm going to head on up, go get our rumble roots, and at that point, you know, maybe they will be the ones that are right there by the rumble roots. Timid dusk leaper. So, no, those are not them. I bet we'll end up killing one. There's one right there. Nosy little buggers. There's our dusk leapers. The original creators of the game decided that we're going to have lots of spiders in this forest, and we're going to have lots of different flavors of spiders in the forest. Dusk leapers are going down. We have 10 left. There's a deadly rumble root. It looks like we can have rumble roots, deadly rumble roots, here we go. Let's just get a whole big old stack. These things typically are very aggressive in groups, and also in the case of when you're on the dock in Zack the Orcish Waste, if you're on the dock there's some under the water. Wow, are they just so social, so aggressive. They can see you for a mile away. The thing is, whether you need them or not for a quest, if you're on the docks and next to those forests, you might as well, if you have anything in the water to kill, you might as well just kill them all because they will kill you. They stun you a little bit as well, and then it just makes everything that much worse. Look at the giants up there. Giants dropping giant parts. I don't think I've learned the Cumbro language yet, I believe. Did I say that right? The giant language. And I don't think I've done the lore and legend. Look at that stack. Alright, Slash and Burn is done. Meaning putting on the Ritz, episode number 13. Episode 13.
You just finished a quest. Oh yeah. Raise your sword up in the air. Claim your loot and take a rest. In EverQuest, you are the best.
Alright, Dusk Leapers, of all the things that I've killed so far in these Ritz, it's the first ones that have dropped the chest. Why do I have the song Dream Weaver in my head? But it's doing Dusk Leaper. I believe we can make it through the night. I wish there wasn't anything like copyright DCMA stuff on here. We'd play a little bit of a Dream Weaver right now. Alright, we just finished a quest. Let's celebrate.
You just finished a quest. Oh yeah. Raise your sword up in the air. Claim your loot and take a rest. In EverQuest, you are the best.
The Mistgrinnins are on the other side of the river, and they are near the bridge, just to the north of the, I don't think it's Jirai, that, whatever the name of that bridge. Who cares? It's got an apostrophe in it. Why? Because it's in Neck Forest. And stuff in Neck Forest has an apostrophe in it. There it is. The Abth Bridge. The Abth Bridge. And we are on the hunt for Mistgrinnins. Thick and very aggressive and social and angry. And we know their language, so we can see the nonsense they're spewing forth. Oh, these are savages. These are not counting for the Ritz. Come on in. Join the fun. Come on there, Mistgrinnin. Join the fun, sir. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go across and a little bit farther down. And I believe... Don't come here. Don't come here. I'm not interested. I think I need that. Neck Forest has got in these small chests we do get some quests. All right, we're gonna go farther on down here. We're gonna check these out and see if these are the mists. Yes, they are. Mistgrinnin. You see what else is here? Maybe not, depending on your resolution. There is a neck wasp, and those suckers love to join in the party, especially when you're low level and they are red to you. I think I remember having a hard time getting all the Mistgrinnins in one spawn. If I run out of them, then I'm going to come in and I'm going to take out the other creatures here, just in case they all share the same spawn. If you're having a good day, whether you're watching it live or whether you watch it on a VOD later on, it's always good to know somebody takes the time out of their day to see what I'm up to. Appreciate that. This is my big thing right now in life. I mean, I have other interests, obviously, and I have family and things, but I'm freshly retired, and so it is nice to have something like this that I can do just about any time. And having spent most of my life in front of a audience as a teacher, I'm just feel like this brings a little bit of purpose, gives me a reason to wake up in the morning. We are not an active channel. We are one or two viewers. We have a traffic through, but the traffic tends to just keep going on through. But maybe we probably average a follower a stream. One follower a stream. It's fairly low, but I assume that if people follow and I get enough, maybe if I get a few hundred followers over the course of 6 months or so, maybe there'll be enough to where we can start getting a regular audience. I can get some people that are regulars and we can get to know each other better, and maybe even if we're, I would be up for playing together, making a guild together. Now, people that would be perfect for me, of course, would be people that aren't in a hurry and have low expectations. People that try really hard, but it doesn't mean that they are really good at the game. Right? All I can bring is my best, right? Kind of that attitude. And this is to come as you are. Also, if you come into my stream, and eventually, if you're interested in such a thing, I would really enjoy a guild where you could form groups, but everybody knew that the game was not the very first priority in their life. As a matter of fact, it wasn't a priority at all. It was just something to take your mind off the other, the real things in life. And if you got in a group, there'd be a couple expectations that nobody would expect anybody to be perfect. Nobody would expect anybody to have ever done a dungeon before, or a group for that matter. If they had questions, that's fine. Very low stress. And then finally, if anybody felt like something happened in life within a couple minutes of the group starting a dungeon, no guilt. You just go. You do life. Right? A kid gets sick, or the cat needs to have some attention, or you got a dog scratch your leg, or a husband or a wife who wants you to, help out with something. You can go AFK, or you can just dip. If that's something that you'd be interested in, it'd be great if you gave me a follow, and then maybe eventually we'd have enough people. I mean, we only need 6, but maybe eventually we'd have enough people to make this guild. The idea would be, yes, we'd love to do groups. We'd love to do dungeons. Even at the high end of the game, we'd love to do dungeons, but no hardcore commitments. So one of the good things about dungeons is the game is more fun when you have a relationship with people, because you can come back to the game and enjoy the game. But if you can come back to the game and come back to a person, a relationship, that's even better. We can get to know each other a little better, ask how everybody's day is going, and those sorts of things, and just be a part of the things in life that are good to share. Whether it's a shoulder to lean on, or hands to applaud something good that's happened in your life. Wishing you a happy birthday. If it's the family that you just never had because of some things beyond your control. Wow, look at that. A level 40. I've never seen this before. It's a level 40 epic spider. It is a X times X. So times X is, now it wouldn't be true now, but if you were at the right level, maybe 30, I don't know, it's a level 40 spider in a level 25 zone, but that would mean, number one, I shouldn't try to beat him, even though I'm killing stuff fairly easily, including heroic red stuff. I don't know that it would be a wise move to do. It'd just be wasting time. He'd take me out. Being an epic times 3, they expect 18 people to. Or is it 15? I have to admit something. Even though I know a lot, like quite a bit about the game, I already forgot. Like if it's 5 or 6 in a group. Like a full group is 5 or 6. I haven't been in a group in ages. Well, these miscreants have proved to be a little more effort than I thought they would be. Our other 3 writs, we were in and out and we were done. I think I'll look up the quest and see if there's miscreants in another area besides right here. I should just bop over. I know earlier I had said something like there might be low-level miscreants on this side. So these are the guardians. Yeah, what a shame. What a shame. When you have a writ to kill multiple of something, and then at least it seems that there weren't as many as might be useful for somebody trying to kill 15 of them. If we only get 5 a pop, man, we might be here, half an hour or something like that. So at this point, it's probably, this thing is called Goblin Lurkers. I think we should probably just look up that quest. Goblin Lurkers, baby. Oops. Okay. It says some can be found near, and that's it. Yeah, I'll put in the waypoint, but why wouldn't this be the spot? Hey, what's going on over here? Nice. If you knew this, that there were some more over here, good for you. That's impressive. You don't spend a lot of time in this spot killing these. This big zone. A lot of quests here. But it's a big zone, and there's some places that are almost like you maybe ever run through it one time, and that's to get to the castle in the zone here. So we are 14. That is 15. We did finish it, and thank goodness for that.
You just finished a quest. Oh yeah. Raise your sword up in the air. Claim your loot and take a rest. In EverQuest, you are the best.
Let's take care of our next step, which is we're going to mark them off on here because we won't get credit for doing them twice. So we're just going to go through each of these here. And then we're going to take a look at, you can see these are the writs that the militia will give us, the Dismal Rage, Arcane Scientists, and then the Scouts in Freeport. And I've already done the Anguished Feasters in Fallen Gate, the Cackling Cadavers, which I think are right at the beginning of the zone, Tormented War Witches, the one that we just finished off stream, and then the Thexian Dragoons. So I think I'm going to look for the Motley Kodiaks, Shadowed Men, Forest Leapers or Shrillers, and then the Torrent Beavers. All of those are in this zone. So let's head over to Freeport. See the Buccaneers first. Again, the Buccaneers, we're going to get the Beavers or the Lost Dragoons. Let's see if we can tell by the title of the quest which one is the Beavers. Probably the one with the word logging in it. We have the Chitinous Defenders. I think that's the crabs we just did. Logjam. That's going to be Beavers. Beavers within neck. Yep. We'll accept that. Thank you, sir. Next, we are going to head up to the... let's take this. Sorry if anybody gets dizzy here. We're going to zip around a little bit. Head over to the Dismal Rage. Hail, sir. The Dismal Rage. I was going to try to get the Shadowed Men. Now, which one would be Shadowed Men? Natural Resources? Shadowed Men are draining all the life from neck, leaving temple followers unable to fuel their powers when adventuring in the area. All right. So we're going to get those Shadowed Men. Head right next door to the mages. The mage guy is down in at least the next tier. You know, the next tier mage guy. They got him camping downstairs down here. It's like new players to the game might never come across the writs from this guy. All right. These guys, the Arcane Scientists, have Forest Leapers and Firelight Shrillers. Let's try Slash and Burn. Is that the Firelight Shrillers? No. We've already done Slash and Burn. This is the
Hello there.
How about Castus Interruptus? That doesn't sound like it. Shrieking bats have been disturbing the mass casting experiments conducted within NEC by the Academy. Would ask me to go into the forest by slaughtering firelight bats. Castus Interruptus.
Hello, my young student.
We will do that, sir. We will get your firelight bats. I believe those are just above the owl bears and really near those leapers that we just got and the trees. And finally, we got to go to our fighters. Whoops. Bad turn. Bad turn. Freeport Militia House. Over here. This guy is hiding in the basement. Oop. And by guy, I mean this girl. Okay, the militia, we wanted Motley Kodiaks, Nereus Vandals, Grizzlies is probably you would think that's the Motley Kodiaks.
You must be from the group of murderous scum
Yep.
my troopers keep.
Okay. So let's mark the ones we're doing with our nice blue. We're going to get Motley Kodiaks right there. We're also going to get Shadowed Men for the Dismal Ragians. We are going to get Firelight Shrillers for our friends in the Arcane Sciences. And then finally, we're going to get the Beavers for the Sea Furry Buccaneers. We will not RP this one. We will do I paid for fast travel with my subscription. I'm going to use fast travel. And like last time, just kind of stun lock. Mitch McConnell this thing. Okay, here we go. I think I'm closest to the Firelight Shrillers, but it may be the Shadowed Men. The Shadowed Men are the ones that I'm looking forward to battling the most. I'm just going to run low here in case I see a bear and just check out if it's Motley or not. Yeah, there's one. Okay, let's keep grabbing more and more aggro here while we're at it. Okay, still got another one? Good. Okay, done. They might have dropped fairy parts, which could be valuable to somebody that doesn't have the fairy LNL, but I have it. And for the purposes of what we're doing, we don't need much for plat. We're going to be able to get anything we need along the way. Okay. Well, this worked out well. We just dipped down and just see, hey, is there any... Boy, look at all these. Look at all these suckers. Okay. Welcome to Aggro Forest, where splash damage rules the day. A call it splash damage rather than AoE damage because I'm not necessarily pushing oops, I got too close to that. Not necessarily pushing any blue buttons. But one of the blue stats, of course, is multi-hit. You did say blue stats, right? I didn't say one of the blue buttons. So gear can give you. Now there's a button we could push, but we're not. We could do like a stance. I don't even know what it's called. We could do a stance, that singular focus. That would make sure that we only ever hit one mob, the one that we were aiming at. But that's fine. Okay, 8 out of 13. So 5 bears. I'm glad we found these because I would have had to look it up. Look at all these neck wasps coming in. Oh, that's pretty cool. We got that. Somehow we triggered a damage to that Kodiak there. 2 more. 2 more big bears. What's that thing? Searcher. Yeah, we're gonna... I don't pick up a lot of collectibles in the woods here, so I'm just gonna... If I see one in here, I pick it up. Because it's so dense in here, oftentimes you don't. Cracked Dark Elf Bone, I think that's probably got some value to it. It was gray to me, so I don't need it. I was about ready to give up and go back the other way, and there Kodiak popped its head up. Ravenous Grizzlies. Folks, we got our writ number 1 done here.
You just finished a quest. Oh yeah. Raise your sword up in the air. Claim your loot and take a rest. In EverQuest, you are the best.
Okay. Feel like I'm in the right area. Firelight Shrillers. Calling all Firelight Shrillers. I think it's this rock right here that I'm heading to. Absolutely is not. Okay. Then it's this huge rock. There it is. Yep. Firelight Shrillers. These guys can be pretty high, so we're going to have to sort of fly around and aggro a bunch of them. I don't know that we can aggro enough to get the writ done in one pull, but it'd be fun. It'd be fun if we could. Ooh, look at the sky. Look at the sky. Good thing I use non-stick spray on the inside of my armor today. Because I am going to be fried like a goose. Hey, look at this. We just finished a quest.
You just finished a quest. Oh yeah. Raise your sword up in the air. Claim your loot and take a rest. In EverQuest, you are the best.
Shadowed Men in Torrent. I don't think the body loot on these is anything but some of that. What do they call it? Something dust, right? Oh, bat ear? No, that's not what I thought. Okay. Bunch of bat ears. We'll leave them lie. We're in Beavertown. Maybe we'll run into old Paddlefoot while we're here. Are there even 14 beavers around? I find it really interesting that they put beavers in here. And they're big. And this is the best they could do. They're that size, and that's the best they could do for a dam. Paddlefoot, where you be, sir? Well, he used to have 3 ups above his. It used to be a trip. Keep bringing him on. I feel bad. Look at Paddlefoot. He's all curled up in a fetal position. One of our high school teams nearby is a mascot is the Beavers. Surprised that never changed, just based on the use of the word sometimes. Sometimes they'll like genderify the names of the teams. They'll go like, it's the Lumberjacks, and then they might call them, the boys team is the Lumberjacks, and they might say that the girls team is the Lumberjills, or they might say the Lady, whatever. Can you imagine that? If they did that, the Lady Beavers are playing tonight. I don't know if they do that or not, but it'd just be really awkward if they did. All right, 12 of 14. We got 2 more over here, boys. We got 2 more over here, boys. I've considered doing the other quests in the area, but it seems to me the least confusing and the more direct route here is to just get the writs done for this tier. Get the tier of writs done, and then we got our beavers, so we'll finish this quest.
You just finished a quest. Oh yeah. Raise your sword up in the air. Claim your loot and take a rest. In EverQuest, you are the best.
All right, save the best for last. We're going to go get our shadowed men. The shadowed men also drop shadow man parts and directives. The directives are to get the language quest. If you're killing shadowed men, and Neck Forest is the best place to do this. If you're killing shadowed men, because it's the highest concentration of them, some might argue that you could go to that obelisk of blight or whatever it is. I'm not even sure. But if you're killing the shadowed man and you see a transference directive drop, read it, because then no more will drop until you read that one. And it's good experience. Finishing the quest for lore and legend is good experience. Okay, I'm heading the right direction now, right? Yikes, red. We got red mobs here. Red mobs. And that's 28. Kind of makes me think. I don't think it's good practice to spend time killing stuff when it's red or orange. Yellow to me has plenty of what's the word? Challenge, or because you don't miss, you don't. They don't call it fizzle or anything like they would on the Origin server, but and we could take them down red, we could take them down orange, but I think yellow. If stuff is yellow that you're doing, that's a big enough, difference in levels between you and the mobs. For no particular reason. I don't have this amazing debate line item for that, but I'm just saying. But they're just dropping this gloomy liquid. Of course, I have the transference directives already for these guys. When you're doing that quest, you typically have to clear all of them 3 or 4 times, probably 3 times, based on the drop rate that I've seen. So I do not have the lore and legend yet for Shadowed Men. So what I will do is examine that. You don't have to right click it. You can just double click it. That will start the quest, but it doesn't mean that I've examined it yet. So I'll need to double click it again, and then I can study it like that. We'll keep this. It's a begins a quest, but we're not going to start the quest. So the lore and legend will do some auto updates when you kill for any of these. They'll do some that just update, and you don't get anything. It just goes right straight to your journal, and that's usually 3 of them.
You just finished a quest. Oh yeah. Raise your sword up in the air. Claim your loot and take a rest. In EverQuest, you are the best.
And the difference is, if you look at the quest list over here, I need to find a Shadow Man spirit. I need to find a Shadow Man collected darkness. Those are auto updates. So you just kill mobs until those disappear. The other ones, find and study, means it's a body drop. The mobs can be gray to you. Even if they're not dropping loot, they'll still drop their parts. You can also go to your guild and see if somebody already has the parts. They may be in a lore and legend depot, which mine likely are. So we'll bop into the if we don't get all of our parts here, we'll at least go check, see what's up. So my plan right now is, since I didn't finish the LNL for this, I will finish killing these mobs, the Shadowmen mobs. Hopefully I have all of the I get the spirit, the auto update spirit. It's interesting, they do not, even though I am tracking this quest. They don't have. I do not know the language. That was a totally different character. Oh, goodness me. Oh, goodness. Look, let's see how long it took for that to drop. But, oh, the aspect of shadow is the one that I already examined, isn't it? Yeah. So now we have the arrow because I'm trying to get the language. This sort of thing, I won't let this go. I'm gonna wipe all these dudes out. I want that language and I want it done. The beaver cap. One guy left here. Have I found the spirit? I did. It just updated the spirit. So that means I can use the broker if I wanted to. The reason I'm not going to use the broker right now is because I still need the transference directives anyway. So I can't buy those off the broker. Now is everybody done? Have we cleared her out? Yes. Nope, they're popping back already. I'm getting the munchies a little bit. I did have some breakfast, like a breakfast sandwich. Ooh, vortex ripple. I like that. I need 10 of these transference directives. One thing I cannot seem to figure out is how to keep my experience bar. I guess you can't see it, so it wouldn't make much of a discussion. Ooh, there we go. Transference directive. Once they're in your bag, they auto-consume. They will not drop if you're not on the quest anymore. If you've completed the quest, they'll stop dropping. So because their body drops, that's another hint that you can it'd be fine to out level. Come in when they're gray if you want it. You know, if you wanted to do it that way, come in that way. Okay, excuse me, I'm going to make a quick text here. Setting up my lunch date here with my son. Oh, I thought I might have one there since there was body loot there. Let's get it all with kill. Nothing. So we did not finish the lore and legend. All right. Good. Excellent party time. This to me is, by the way, this is, I would rather be doing this than being in that Fallen Gate, which I had a good time in Fallen Gate. Don't get me wrong. But I can't say in real life I'm an outdoorsman. I'm streaming on Twitch. I don't know that that's I should be out ice fishing right now if I was an outdoorsman. And I would do stuff like that. I would fish and hunt if somebody's like, hey, I have a heated whatever, tree stand, fishing shack, whatever. 'Cause those things remind me of my youth and my father, and I no longer have either my youth nor my father. Transference directive. And a Shadow Man swirling shadow. Say that 3 times fast. Shadow Man swirling shadow. Shadow Man swirling shadow. Shadow Man. Can't do it. But the only thing I was successful at when I tried to do that is to annoy people. Gloomy Liquid. It's Gloomy Liquid. I want to update. I have 2 out of 10 transference directives. I will take another, please, sir. Thank you. Transference directive. I'd love to hear what the Shadow Man is saying. What language does a Shadow Man talk in? I'm looking for where it would say, the Shadow Man said something in this language which you don't understand, but I don't see any. A dialogue, a cartoon bubble, comic strip chat bubble above them. So it seems as though they're quite quiet. He dropped a chest, probably another. Those must not be lore there, because I should have had several of those in my bank. I don't know why. It must have been because I made another character named EverQuest. That was going to be my do all the quests stream character, and he ended up doing so many quests and was level 130 that I said, no, that's not the experience I want for anybody that happens to be watching. It was at that point when I decided I'm going to stay at the level of whatever the material I'm doing until it would benefit me and the stream if I had out-leveled them. So I got a void kernel. I don't know what a void kernel is. I thought that's what you'd find on the bottom of a bird cage, but we're going to study the void kernel. There we go. Now we have 1 planar fiber. Just looks like a black thread if I remember right. 1 planar fiber left, and more transference directives than I would like to even think about. 7 more. I know darn well I'm going to run out of delightful banter to the degree of which we've been enjoying so far. Our only saving grace is if somebody happens to be in chat. I won't look, so if you're lurking, you're safe. I will not call you out. But if anybody happens to be in chat right now, you're our only hope. You got to give us a question or something to answer. Transference directive number 4 of 10. Oh, I thought maybe we would. Maybe once they start popping, they're going to start popping like gangbusters. You know what? How much gloomy liquid I'm going to have in my pockets? I don't even know if you can get that out with a Tide stick or a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. There's our planar fiber. We're going to be able to figure out now if you have a ton of AA, which I do, 332, and you complete an on-level Lore and Legend quest. I'm at 26% right now. Let's finish it. I went to 27. An entire percent.
You just finished a quest. Oh yeah. Raise your sword up in the air. Claim your loot and take a rest. In EverQuest, you are the best.
I don't want to get too close to that militia guard. I think it's a bunch of beetles pop out of that thing if I... Some corpse beetles. Pretty sure. Neck Forest, they try to make it like a risky place to be. Ooh, there we go. We're at the 5 of the... what? Only 5. I thought that was going to be number 6. It's hard to pass up root and ores. You know, if you played the game for any amount of time, it's always like every character. There we go. What was it? Corpse beetles. Yep, I got too close. I was saying that there's several things in Neck Forest that are environmental hazards. I couldn't think of the words that would encompass it, but when you see the dead militia guards, yeah, they'll unleash an environmental hazard. When you see the, there's some kind of, well, the soul blisters, when you run by them, they yank something out of your body. I don't even know what they are. Or what it is, I mean. Oh, gentlemen, could I please have a transference directive? And a cup of sugar? All right, so I got my dinner date all lined up. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be in about... probably have 20 minutes, and I'll need to go. And then the question is, will I have the 5 remaining transference directors in 20 minutes? It doesn't seem like it, but we'll see what happens. We did get the Ritz done that we picked up. Not sure if I'm going to... I think I'll probably be back streaming again this afternoon, because I got nothing better going on. And I have a record going. Most hours ever recorded on Twitch without somebody typing in chat. I have had chat in my stream, but I don't know if it counts. Nobody's ever asked a question. One person sent about 6 messages back and forth that we discussed. That one doesn't count because that was my son. I think he did it out of obligation because I watch his streams. And then the other one was a guy basically saying I was whining. Why was I playing the game if I was going to whine about it? That one I would have really enjoyed. I wish I would have seen it at the time. Because I didn't. Because nobody chats. So I didn't see it. Not to engage him. Not to have a spar session. But to thank him for pointing it out that I was being negative, and it really made it, really confused him why I would have so many problems with the game. And because I was just filling in time. You know, that's the main reason that I was talking negatively, was I was really just filling in time. Transference directive. Okay, we have 6 out of 10. That's good. That one disappeared, so that's bad. It's me, but if there's a game I'm curious about, or an EverQuest stream, EverQuest II stream, I mean, you know, I'd love to watch it, but if it's just no commentary with it, I can already get the game sounds on my own. You know, I don't. It's the commentary. It's the company. It's the knowing somebody else. You know, you're kind of talking to them. And I lurk too. I lurk, so if people lurk in this channel, that's absolutely fine. Right. I've spent a good part of my life on the sidelines. If I go to a meeting, I am not the guy that talks. For the most part, meetings can be done with an email. So I've never been really a big fan. I was even a principal for a while, and my staff said we need to have some meetings once in a while. And I said, well, I can just email you. And they were like, no, we need the interaction, like to get together, to identify as a group of people and interact. So we did. I mean, at least they made a point, right? There's at least a point to it. That was not for me. I don't mean the meetings. The meetings, whatever. But the thing, the middle school principal thing, not for me. I was looking forward to it, obviously. I went to get my degree when I asked if I would do it. I was doing IT for the school district at the time. So when I started off 36 years ago, I started as a 4th grade teacher. And then after a few years, I moved to 6th grade, but then I had a 10-year stint where I was the IT guy without any certifications. I was IT. So I did spend a lot of time making sure that we called the right people in, and that something was bad enough so that we could call someone in, and then I would be the guy that would make sure that I got done. And I would approve the bills and all that, because even though I couldn't fix it, I could at least vouch, yes, somebody came and the problem stopped. So you're kind of triage then, you know, if you don't. I even told them when they were hiring, I'm interested in the job, but I want you to understand something. The people that you're interviewing here, they actually can fix the problems. Right? Most of the people that you're interviewing can fix the problems. And the district said to me, we can get somebody, we're not worried about that. We can find somebody, we can hire somebody to come in and, click the right button and change the right setting and put in the right piece of hardware. But the problem with the technology is if it doesn't get used and it's being wasted. And we know that you interact, you have a good sense of humor and you'll get along with the teachers and you'll take away some of their anxiety. And so we just know that it'll be a more personal experience. And that gave me a lot of comfort knowing, okay, they get it. I'm not a big tech guy. I like tech. I like people. I can certainly keep a level head. These guys are not dropping anything. This is where I smash my keyboard right after I say I can keep a level head. Right. If anybody just popped in to see what the heck's going on, why is this guy running in circles? I am just, I didn't know I needed them, but when I was doing a city writ, which is what this stream is called, putting on the writs, or doing all the writs, I don't even remember what I called it. Putting on the writs. I thought I was just going to do writs. I thought I had finished all of my Shadow Man language and lore and legend. And as it turns out, I had done neither of them. I was thinking of another low-level character. So I'm looking for transference directives right now, which will teach me the Shadowed Man language. And I have 6 out of 10. And these things are rare, but luckily, Shadowed Men repop at a fairly... Oh, I thought we had it. Shadowed Men pop at a fairly frequent rate, so... Now, when you come in here and they're gray or they're blue, you stand around and wait a while because they're not popping back. You kill them too fast. It seems like we're able to have like maybe one up at a time. Well, the Shadowed Men of Neck Forest. Are there any shadow ladies in the house? Nope, they're all down on Temple Street. Can you give me number 7, please? No. $18. I gotta set a limit where I'm done looking for now. Let's see. My son is about 15 minutes away. I told him I would be there at 11:45. Which means I have about 12 minutes. B1? No. Got one more candidate here. B1? No. The title of the VOD will be Character Runs in Tight Circle. Did I? No. The opaque hand. I remember that was worth more than typical items that you'd sell on the broker. No. That you would sell to a vendor for like gray trash, vendor trash, whatever you want to call it. And so one of those would drop and it just looks like nothing. And then in the group, somebody would say, "Oh, I need that for a quest." And it was sort of kind of a running joke because then everybody would let you need on it. You know, if they weren't familiar with it. There we go. Number 7. And then, you know, at the time that, whatever it was, 8 gold, that was a lot of currency. No, we got Jasper amulets for days. Monday. So the week, when you're retired, the week seems to just fly right by. The only way you really know what day it is if you look at your prescription dispenser, see which pill you're on. Oh, somebody's running through. Wonder if they wanted Shadowed Men too. I don't know much other reason to be down here. Some days, in some zones, seeing another player in the game is like seeing Bigfoot. Three transference directives needed. 3. It's the magic number. Man and woman had a little baby. Yes, they did. And there were 3. She's killing them too. She's killing them too. Not doing the courtesy of leaving me alone. And that is fine. She has every right, or he, it's a female character, has every right to be in here, has every right to kill these things. Yeah, I'm not. They're gonna pop faster than I. They're gonna pop slower than I can kill them now. Transference. No. You dirty little skunk. Nothing. Dun, 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 dun. I think I will probably. Yeah, I think the thing that would make the most sense is to log out here and then start here. I don't, because I know none of the other writs are going to need shadowed men. I don't know that any of them use a shade spinner or an immense tree snake or a blood shriller. Oh, there's one. Only 2 left. It's a miracle. Man, so close. I'm just not gonna get him done. 5 minutes left. 5 minutes before I leave. My voice is shot anyway, but 5 minutes before I leave. I don't know what the odds are, but we are down to 1. Now every time there's body loot, it's going to be held breath. It's going to be held breath. Is this the one? Is this the one? We're down to 1. Transference directive. And we will learn a language that I don't even know what it is. Is there loot on that? Yes. Is there loot on this? No. Do we got a transference? We got our transference directive before 11:30. All right, we have 36% AA, 37% AA. We just finished a quest.
You just finished a quest. Oh yeah. Raise your sword up in the air. Claim your loot and take a rest. In EverQuest, you are the best.
We'll go to Freeport. When we pick back up later on, we'll finish up the rest of the writs. For now, this game has more writs in it than the grocery store. So let's run to where we're going to be starting that thing. We'll run to the scouts. That seems to be a decent order to go in. Scouts, then do the rage and the mage and the... All right. Good enough. All right. Take care. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I will catch you on the next stream.